All right, welcome back to my electrical channel. Once again, we thank God and we give glory to God. Right. Well, today I would like us to discuss about a very good topic, very important message, or very important, discussion, and it's a life-saving discussion. Life, you as personal, it's a life-saving what discussion. So it's very, very important. I want you to pay attention. Now, when we talk of it, electrical wiring, we know that the number one thing is electrical cables. When we talk of electrical cables, it can be a conductor. It can be a conductor being insulated. But since it is the conductor that carries what? The electrons, you need to be very, very particular about that. And also not just that. That is why after the wiring is done, you need an inspector. Just as I'm speaking to you, I'm a wiring inspector. And our work is to come to your site so that we will make sure we inspect, test whether your cables are in order or are well selected, or you have used proper cables or proper conductor to do the wiring. Now, when you use a proper conductor, a proper cable to do your wiring, what is going to happen is that now, number one, your house will be safe because copper cables have some qualities. I will mention few, and then today I'm going to have a demonstration with you. Copper is lightweight. Copper is formable. That means you can easily form. Copper is easy to join. Copper is safe. Copper is dependable. Copper is long-lasting. Copper is malleable. Now, I will discuss with you, I will show you, and I will throw more light on this to show you the details, the meaning of how it is. But today, I'm going to demonstrate to you what or how, or to identify whether your cable conductor is pure copper cable or is a metal. Now, a lot of cables in the industries or in the market, you see it as cable. But today, just after the demonstration, you will know really whether this copper cable is a pure copper cable or a metal. Now, if it is a metal, you have to know that it's going to create a high temperature. You know, metal, when something passes through like a heat. Now, you know, because it is magnetic field or how do you call it? The copper conductor, electron move through by the what? By the effect of magnetic effect. What is going to happen is that it's going to generate some heat. There's a little temperature because every conductor has some little small resistance. Yes, a very small resistance, 0 point. So because of that, what happened is that we will also have to make sure that you select a very pure copper cable so that it will not cause a high temperature. That can cause a fire outbreak or cause the cable to melt. You know, cables, especially the conductor or the cables that we use in our house, has an insulation around it. Therefore, being as an inspector, just as I'm speaking to you, we test the insulation of the cable, so that we check whether the insulation have high resistance. Therefore, whether it can confine the current to flow through the conductor. So let's go. I will demonstrate to you. I have with me a cable, two cables. I will show you how to test to be able to know from today how to test to be able to identify whether this cable is a pure copper cable or it is not. And then after the demonstration today, you advise yourself that if you have a property or you have a facility, you make sure that you call a professional and you are going to utilize and use and make good use of an inspector. Inspector, our job is to make sure that your life, your property is safe. Your life is safe. Your household is safe. Everything is safe. So that at the end of it, even livestock are safe. Because when you try to be, let's say, negligence, or you try to be ignorant about this, it can create a whole lot of things. Most of the time, it is not only electrical fire. Some of the heating up may start slower. It will be heating and it will be going up a little, and it will be climbing. And as it climb, or as what the heat continue to grow, it can cause you to pay a lot of money. Yes, being a poor person or being a rich man doesn't mean that you should buy any electrical cable. If you are poor, you don't that you know you don't have enough money, build a house that you can be able to, you see, you can be able to afford to wire it. If you build a big house, don't worry, select one room or select two room, buy the good materials and do your wiring. Let's go into the board. Let's go into the demonstration board, and I will show you how to test a cable, how to test a conductor, whether it's a good one and whether it's not a good one, and what it can cost. I'll come back to tell you, and I will show you one again about the advantage of what the copper. I will explain to you in detail. So let's go into the demonstration board. All right, welcome back to the demonstration I promised you that we'll be doing. How to be able to test if your cable or your conductor can be good, so that you can use it for your wiring. On your left, we have a conductor, and your right, we also have a conductor. Now, the conductor on your left, we have the full one, and we also have the pieces of the this full conductor. And here too, on your right, we also have the full, and we also have the pieces of conductor. Now, let us demonstrate, and after the demonstration, we'll talk about what this conductor is, and we'll talk about what this conductor also is. We have this is a side cutter that in case maybe we'll cut to be able to or that we can do our demonstration. So I have my side cutter here so that it can help us for our demonstration. Now with me is a magnet. So this is a simple tool we are going to use to test to see whether our conductor is a copper or is not a copper. Now let me start with the right. We have the full conductor here, watch. Yes, so you see, it has easily hold it. Why? Let's check the pieces. You see, it's able to pick all the pieces. Look at it. Pick all the pieces. Now, let's go to the right and check this one. Let's see. So let me demonstrate this. You see, watch. You see, yeah. And let's check the small ones also. The small ones, apart from this, let's check. You see, so it's not easily attracted and it's not picking them. But here is on your left, see, it's able to pick all of them. You see, it's able to pick all of them. You see, to the extent that it wants, you see, yes, it also pick the bigger ones. So this is how you can demonstrate. You know why? So let me show you practically. So on your left, when this magnet is able to is able to pick the conductor, the reason why it's picking is that this has some magnetism within. And then what happened is that it shows that this particular cable is a metal. Now, you can go and buy a cable and you may not know whether it's a metal or it's a copper. Let me show you the difference. If this is 16 mm and if this is also 16 mm, because this is a metal, now raise this one and raise this one. You will see that the metal will be more heavy, very heavy. Then you'll be saying, hey, this conductor is very good or this cable is very good. No, it is heavy. And this is also 16 mm, the same size of conductor and insulation. But this will be lighter. You see, so copper has an advantage of what? It's very lightweight. You see, so it is not about the heaviness of the cable, but it is about what? The durability. You see, it is about the effectiveness. You see, it is about how effective the cable or the conductor will allow electron to move freely without any damage to your facility. So you see, easy for the left, watch, easy to pick all of them. See, it picks all of them. See, it picks all of them with the pieces. And then when you come to the copper, you see, so that is how it is. This is to tell you that whenever as a what, you, the facility owner, whoever you use should be a professional. And mind you, when you are using a professional, you can also make sure that normally when you tell the professionals to go and take their own inspectors, sometimes it's also another danger. But take somebody yourself, go and look for an inspector. You see, somebody who is an inspector, so that as time goes on, as the professional is doing the work for you, he can come and check your facility, test your cables, check the integrity of the insulation resistant test, check the integrity of the conductor, whether it's a copper cable or it's a metal. Metal, I'm telling you, metal should not be the best conductor when it comes to house wiring. You are going to bend down your house. There will be short circuit, which will cause breakers to be tripping. You know, the circuit breaker in the distribution board has been designed that it should be able to trip if there is a certain amount of maybe fault or short circuit, and maybe overload, overcurrent and all that. But remember, if eventually, or maybe let's say sudden situations, let's say untimely situations, this breaker continue to be tripping anyhow, what is going to cause is that the breaker will deteriorate and damage quickly. So you need to use the pure copper cable. Use metal cable. This is what will happen. Your house is going to bend down. You are going to destroy your appliance. That is why sometimes you may say your oven, you bought a new oven and it has got damaged. It may happen that the wiring is properly done. You see, you can do a very correct wiring, which life moves to life, neutral goes to neutral, earth goes to earth, but still you can still have damage. It is because you have done the whole work very well, but it's because you have ignorantly, you have negligently, you have applied negligence, you have applied ignorance, you have applied sometime I can say compromise. You understand? You compromise when it comes to buying correct copper cable or cable, and then when you compromise, you do the work very well, but what you are going to cause is what you are going to cause somebody's house to burn down. You are going to cause somebody to be buying what appliances like the fridge, the refrigerator will be burning out a little bit. Somebody will say, I bought a new fridge, I bought a new refrigerator and it burned down. Air conditioning, it burned down. I bought this and it burned down. So this is how it is. This is very crucial. That is why I'm making this. This one is not about how do I say, whether you've just started this electrical journey, whether you started or you are new, you are apprentice, you are a master, you are a journeyman electrician, you need this particular concept and principle and this guidance. You need this intelligence. You see, just use proper cable. Use proper cable to avoid overheating and avoid somebody's house to burn down. Avoid somebody to go and buy very expensive appliances like fridge, air conditioning, you see, and at the end things will be exploding, and as it goes down, you know, explosions also come out with what? Fire. And when something explodes, sometimes with that kind of possibility or that kind of explosion, when it is so intense, what is going to happen is that it can cause fire outbreak. So avoid using this type of cable and use what? The copper cable. Now let me demonstrate lastly. I'm going to pick these pieces of what? Cable, which is the metal type. And I'm going to pick these also pieces and join them together. Now, after joining them together, this is what I'm going to do. Watch. So this is copper and this is metal. Watch. So I'm going to demonstrate. Watch. So you see, it has picked all the metal pieces, the pieces of the metal cable, and it left with what? The copper. Watch. So the copper is not attracted to this magnet. So this is how to test whether your cable or your conductor is good or not. What you have to do is that make sure every work that somebody may do for you being a professional, look for an inspector. Yes, I am an inspector, electrical wiring inspector. That is why I'm able to say all this. You see, we are also learning, we are studying, we are trying our best. Our work is to save life and property. Right. So let's go to the next point so that I will show you the advantage of the copper and what metal conductor and copper conductor may cause to your wiring. So let's go. Right. All right, welcome back. So, well, I believe you have enjoyed the demonstration I had with you earlier. So, this is how it is. Use proper copper cable when you are doing your wiring. You know, gold is the best conductor. I know gold is expensive. That is why copper has been chosen. It has been tested, and they know copper, pure copper, has some certain good qualities. And when you use it, yes, you use it, you properly use proper distribution board, select your breakers, good discrimination, proper selection, proper arrangement. You do your earth also very well. You are able to assemble and are able to install everything appropriately. I'm telling you, it will be difficult that when a fault will occur, that they may say it's an electrical that caused that particular fire or that caused this. Yes. So now with this metal, as you can see, metal conductor, what it can cause is that it can cause your house to burn down. You know why? Because some certain amount of temperature move in the conductor. And if it is a metal, then it's going to increase the temperature very high. Very, very high. It is not because maybe pure copper is the best, does not mean that there is no temperature in the copper. But copper, I will talk about it, so that I will talk about that. But let me talk about this metal. So this may cause your house to burn down. It may cause electric shock. It may cause a whole lot of leakage and a whole lot of things, explosions. And I'm telling you, your house, there will not be peace. Every day, every time, you'll be calling electricians. And one day, if you are not careful, then your life is in danger. So this metal, this is what we shouldn't, that is why we shouldn't allow and don't allow this particular metal to be used for your wiring. Now, for the copper, which is this, yes, so this one is very good. Yeah, so let me talk about the advantage, because for the metal is zero. We are not taking it at all. But this, let's talk about the good one, which is the pure copper cable. Let me show you the advantage. Number one, so let's go. Number one, as you can see, copper is lightweight. Let me explain. Now, it's lightweight. You know, the metal, just as I told you, it is very heavy. And when it comes to transportation, so, you know, lightweight in a certain means that you can gather and can be able to, gather a lot of copper cable, easy to transport. You understand? You can take a lot. But when you buy something like a metal conductor, very, very heavy, but even though heavy, but has no good use. So number one, copper is lightweight, and therefore it helps also said that you may have easy transport. Also, it may also it give you some flexibility. Number two, copper is what? Formable. You understand that? Number two, formable means, you see, you can easily bend. Let me bring it so that as you see, you can easily bend a watch. Just one figure, I'm able to bend it. So you can easily bend it. That is number two. Number three, so that is number two, formable. Number three, copper is easy to join. You understand? Easy to join. Because why? It is easy, it is flexible. and because it's flexible, it's easy to join. The metal, very, very hard, and it's very hard also, but it is not good at all. So you see, this is the difference. Many thought if the conductor is hard, it is rather good. No. Yes, it's supposed to be a copper. Copper is flexible. It's easy to join. Then number 4, copper is safe. This is telling you that when you use it for your wiring is safe. Then number 5, copper is dependable. That is what I'm telling you. Appliances and all that, they can depend on the copper without any danger. Then number 6, copper is long lasting. So it will keep long when you do your wiring. That is why you need somebody to advise when the wiring is going. And you use this as the inspectors. As I'm talking to you, I'm an inspector. You use it so that we'll come and check when the work is going on. Yes, let us not be too big. You see, we have learned the job. We have acquired the skills to help mankind so that your house will be safe from danger and fire outbreak and a whole lot of what shocks and unnecessary confrontations in your house. Then number 7, copper is malleable. Malleable means that you can easily hammer it. You can easily turn it into a thin copper cable. Right. So that is how it is. Right. So we'll end up here. Now I hope you enjoy this particular session. Keep on following me. Keep on following me, and I'll be giving you good feedbacks so that at the end we save life and property. It's true, everybody will die, but don't die in a certain time. Don't die a death that is not, don't die. Yes, I want a word, but don't die. Don't just die. Yes, die very well. Don't just die. Right. Okay, keep on following me. Right. See you in the next video. Bye for now.